That's followed by Colin Fry's Sixth Sense. Now, though, it's Stars in Their Eyes.
Stars in Their Eyes. Please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Stars in Their Eyes. In 1999, we celebrated our first 10 years with the Champion of Champions special. Now we're back, and by the time our next Champions final comes round, I'll be nearly 30. Feet under. Who knows what stars will walk through that glittering gateway in the next decade? Because today's stars are tomorrow's star guests. There's plenty of untapped talent to take a turn at transformation, so what are you waiting for? If you move like Michael Jackson, let him out on this stage. If you've got a Ricky Martin in your soul, bear it all here. And if you look in the bathroom mirror and see a little Richard, don't get cocky. Takes a whole lot more than a Bamalama Bamaloo to walk through those doors, I can tell you. We've got old favourites, new faces, classic oldies and modern hits. I'll get through 50 pop stars in 10 weeks. Only a Premier League footballer could beat that. It's a daunting task to come through those doors, but don't be tempted to have a little Dutch courage, or you'll have to deal with star guest number 1.
My name is Annette Brown. I'm aged 31 and I live in Wood Green in North London. I'm a licensing assistant for the Enfield Magistrates area, and I deal with lots of general administration for the licensing department. I live with my partner Michael and my son Andre, who's 8 years old. He actually wanted me to enter himself and I onto Stars in Their Eyes. The person who I'm going to be tonight, I am, I think, a #1 fan. I have quite a large collection of her records, posters, CDs, books, everything. I just love her to bits. I do a lot of singing at work. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but my colleagues still enjoy it because they say I brighten up their day. Being on Stars in Their Eyes, it just takes my breath away. I honestly can't believe it. It's just going to be a dream come true.
Hoping for a champagne celebration tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Annette Brown. Tell me what happened when you came to the studio.
I cried.
Yes. And tell me what happened when you saw the flowers in your dressing room.
A lot more crying.
And tell them what happened when you met me.
Creme de la creme, broke down in tears, more crying.
A lot of people do that, funnily enough. You've actually seen the person that you're going to be tonight, haven't you?
Yes, I did, at Wembley.
Yeah, oh, at Wembley?
Yeah.
Oh, how was it?
Fantastic, A1.
Really? How did you react?
I cried.
She does all the time, she's hopeless. Tell us a little bit about this person, will you?
Well, she has a famous mum and cousin from the 60s. She's done backing vocals for Chaka Khan, and she's had more consecutive hits in the US than the Beatles and the Bee Gees.
She is huge. Tell us who you're going to be, Annette.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston! The new Queen of Soul tonight, singing live, Annette Brown is Whitney Houston!
Friday night, you and your boys went out to eat. Then they hung out, but you came home around 3. She did. If 6 of you went out, then 4 of you really cheap. Yeah, 'cause only 2 of you had dinner. I found your credit card receipt. It's not right. it's okay.
I absolutely cannot believe. Don't tell me you're crying again, don't. I cannot believe you're the same girl that arrived yesterday morning. The confidence, it's just staggering. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
And the voice is wonderful. She really is your hero, isn't she?
She is.
I can tell. Ladies and gentlemen, Nanette Brown as Whitney Houston. We're going from North London to East London now, home of jellied eels, pie and mash and rhyming slang. So let's go down the frog, past the rubber dub, up the apples, into the tailor's puggy. And for those of you who don't have subtitles, that's down the road, past the pub, up the stairs and into the kitchen. Peggy.
My name's David Henry. I'm 32 years old and I live in Hackney, East London. I have a son. He's 15 months old. And his name is Andrew. I have one sister and 3 brothers. Before I started fitting kitchens, I used to record commercials for radio, and I was buried in the basement of a radio station, and I never saw the light of day, so I decided one day to give it up and start fitting kitchens. And I've been doing that ever since. It's very hard work, but at least when I've finished a kitchen, I'm really pleased, usually, with the result. I've been doing kitchens for quite a while now, and I'm beginning to think that I need to do something with my mind. So I've decided to go back to university. I've never sung much in public before, so appearing on Stars in Rise is going to be a really huge challenge for me. When I finally go through those doors onto stage, I think I'll feel a lot better knowing that I've been transformed into someone else, and I'm really looking forward to being in the costume. It's really way out.
So here he is, and we'll do the fitting for him. Please welcome David Henry. You've always had music in your house, haven't you?
Yes.
Tell me how that happened.
Well, especially when I was 8, we used to live beside another house. They used to play Stylistics all day, morning till night.
No, so that's how you always had music in your house?
Yes.
It came from next door?
Yes, and there should be a law against that, Matthew.
A law against what?
People playing Stylistics all day long.
Mind you, your mother was always very supportive with you, and
Very,
she gave
very
you some
supportive.
very good advice, didn't she?
Yes. She said, singing high notes will damage you permanently.
Actually, your mother came all the way from Jamaica, didn't she?
She
and
did.
she's too poorly to come tonight.
That's right.
So, Edna, we're doing this for you, all right? She may have given you some very good advice, because that's part of the clues of the person that you're going to be tonight.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about them.
He sings very high,
Right.
way out, really splendid clothes.
Yes.
And he's part of a group that were very big in the 70s, and they reformed in the 90s.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, David.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Phil Bailey of Earth, Wind and Fire.
Phil Bailey! All the elements are in place for tonight. Singing live, David Henry is Phil Bailey!
Every man has a place, and his heart there's a space, and the world it erases his fantasies. ecstasy. Love it right for you and me to be home to your soul is ecstasy. You will find of the kind that's been in search of you. Maybe life has brought you to. Maybe life is your life now in review. As you stay for the play, fantasy has in store for you. Only light will see you through. It's your day, shining day, all your dreams come true.
You ever been in Star Trek? Do you know what the really scary thing is? You actually look good in the stuff. It's that voice, though. Absolutely marvellous. I'm sure you didn't hurt yourself. You sure? Edna, that's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, David Henry as Phil Bailey. Now, if I remember correctly, Phil Bailey, Morris and Verdine White were Earth, Wind and Fire. So if they got all the good names, what did the other group members get? I don't remember Earth, Wind and Fire featuring gravel, slight breeze, slurry, gust, warm front and flatulence. Not quite so cool now, is it? Well, that's it for part one. We've seen Whitney Houston and Phil Bailey. Maybe you've already chosen your favourite, but relax, ease down. There's still 3 more fantastic performances to come. See ya. Oh, you're back. Welcome to part 2 of Stars in Their Eyes. You know, we use all the latest technology here. The audience votes are collated by a mainframe, the lights are controlled by a programmer, and the doors are opened by a woman called Brenda with telepathic powers in Didsbury. You know, I don't really understand computers. For years, I thought you needed a stamp to send an email. And I'm only just getting into websites. I looked up the Psycho homepage at normanbates.//stop You know, I think I need help from star guest number 3.
My name's Liz Lang. I'm 42 years old. I live in Muswell Hill, North London. I live with my daughter Cleo, who's 15, who's not only my daughter, but she's my mate. We get on really, really well. I'm very happily single, although I have a lot of friends, and I'm a huge flirt. I mean, I'll flirt with the plant life in the absence of anything else. My principal job is looking after Cleo, but after that, I do anything and everything that keeps me busy. I'm working on a project with my friend John Venpin at the moment, which is based in music, but we're also putting up a website and I'm doing some of the artwork on that. John writes the music and I do the melodies and lyrics and vocal arrangements, and then we'll sit and produce bits and pieces together. I love entertaining. I love throwing dinner parties for whole bunches of people. Cleo thinks that I have a feed the world complex, and she's probably right. The moment I can't wait for on Stars in Their Eyes is when I see the full impact of the costume. The bit I'm least looking forward to is the live singing, but I'm going to love it.
Tonight, she's putting her songs away and singing someone else's. Ladies and gentlemen, Liz Lang. Now, you're very like the person that you're going to be. In fact, it's got you into trouble before now.
Yes, I've been followed around a bit. But I was in a club once, and this guy came bowling over the room saying, "Nana, how are you?" And then he looked again and realised I had a bigger nose than the person. And,
Really? Who was the person who mistook you for the person that you're going to be tonight?
The person that mistook me was the drummer of the lady that I'm going to be tonight.
I see. Give us a few clues about the person.
Well, she was working as a waitress when she met somebody who she later partnered, somebody who was working in a band called Long Dance.
And they formed a band called?
The Tourists.
That's right, and they later formed the band that made them both famous. Tell us what his name was.
His name was Dave Stewart.
That's giving it away. Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Liz.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox! Second time in the Eurythmics, first time on this stage. Tonight, singing live, Liz Lang is Annie Lennox!
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Hey, 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 oh, 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 oh. Hold your head up, keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Hey, hey, oh, sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up.
It is stunning. You are exactly like her. I just want to point something out to the audience here. The transformation is fantastic, isn't it? It's wonderful. But these are the sacrifices that have to be made on this show. Just take your hat off. This poor girl has had her head bleached, dyed, cropped, everything, and then she put it under a hat. You are absolutely marvellous.
Thank you.
And your Cleo there, oh, bless her. Wasn't she good? Top performance. Ladies and gentlemen, Liz Lang as Annie Lennox. Well done. Annie Lennox entertained the world, appearing on some of the biggest live TV concerts in history. But in the 60s, our next star guest literally took their life in their hands, entertaining the troops in Vietnam. That's right, it's Hanoi Hannah, the Boom Boom Girl, only $5. No, not really. He helps entertain millions across the UK. How? Our star guest number 4.
My name is Chris Sibley. I'm 52 and I live in Harefield in Middlesex. I live with my wife Pam. We were childhood sweethearts. We met in a youth club in Denham and we've been together ever since. I work at Deluxe London. My job involves examining negatives for motion pictures, and the film that you see at the cinema
And the quality of that film is my job. I think I've got one of the best jobs in the world. I see most cinema films, although I do see them a million times before everybody else does. My daughter Claire has always been on at me to go on to Stars in Their Eyes, and so she sent the tape off totally unbeknown to me, so it was a real shock when I got the call from Stars in Their Eyes. The singer I'm going to do has always been my favourite singer, so for anyone to say that I sound like him is a real thrill to me.
Out of the dark room and into the spotlight, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Sibley! Tell me how great it is to see the films before everybody else.
It's great. We've just done a film called Eyes Wide Shut. That,
Oh, yeah. Any drawbacks about the films?
Well, I have to watch it without the sound.
Oh, right. You saw Eyes Wide Shut without the sound.
Yeah.
Did you get to see it in the cinema after that?
No, without the sound. It didn't make much sense without the sound. When I saw it with the sound, it still didn't make much sense.
To me either, I don't know about you. You've got a lot in common with this man,
Yeah,
haven't you?
I actually share the same birthday, although he's 10 years older than me.
Oh, right, yes, and it's because his father actually recorded the Donkey Serenade.
Yeah, that's right. And my dad rode a donkey along Blackpool Promenade.
Yeah, that's funny, that is. And also, of course, he's very famous for playing the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas, isn't he?
And I stayed in the Golden Nugget in Las Palmas.
Yeah, it's spooky, isn't it? It's uncanny. Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Chris.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Jack Jones.
Jack Jones! A little bit of Vegas comes to stars. Well, tonight, singing live, Chris Sibley is Jack Jones!
Hey, little girl, comb your hair, fix your makeup, see, he will open the door. Don't think because there's a ring on your finger, you needn't try anymore. For wives should always be lovers too. Run to his arms the moment he comes home to you. I'm warning you. Day after day, there are girls at the office, and men will always be men. Don't send him off with your hair still in curlers. You may not see him again. For wives should always be lovers too. Run to his arms the moment he comes home to you. He's almost here. Hey, little girl, better wear something pretty, something you'd wear to go to the city and dim all the lights, pour the wine, start the music. Time to get ready for love. Hey, little girl, you better wear something pretty, something you'd wear to go to the city and dim all the lights, pour the wine, start the music. Time to get ready for love. Time to get ready. Time to get ready for love. Time to get ready. Time to get ready for love.
Well done, Chris.
Thank you, Matthew.
Such a lovely voice. I want to let them into a little secret now. Do you know what Chris does? Do you know what Chris does to stop the microphone shaking? He makes you give him your wrist, and he grabs hold of it until the circulation stops. There's people falling over backstage there. He went through 3 to get on this time. You were terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Sibley as Jack Jones. We've already seen Whitney Houston, Phil Bailey, Annie Lennox and Jack Jones. There's one more star guest to come before the first crucial audience vote of the series. And if you're sitting at home thinking, I could do that, then don't just think about it, do it. Make a note of the phone number at the end of the show, and you could be here. But you're there, and we're here. And for the next 2 minutes, we won't be here, but you'll still be there. Then we'll all be here again. And maybe one day, you'll be here, standing there, waiting for me to shut up and get on with the break. So for the benefit of star guest number 5, who is there, I'll do just that. Bye. In their eyes. Whitney Houston, Phil Bailey, Annie Lennox and Jack Jones are all backstage relaxing. They've proved they've got what it takes. Just a few months ago, they only sang in the shower. Now they know this is the only place to expose yourself. And our next star guest has exposed herself on stage and screen since she first sang in Turkish baths in the 70s. She's come a long way, but it's a journey of only 5 miles from Prestwich for star guest number 5.
My name is Sarah Brace. I'm 17 years of age. I live in Prestwich, Manchester, with my mum, my dad, the dog and the cat. I work for a local company in Swinton. My job involves computer processing, personalising the letters and direct mail. I applied for Stars in Their Eyes because I absolutely adore singing. I think that the best thing about appearing on Stars in Their Eyes is all the excitement and the fact that you are going in as one person, as yourself, and coming out as somebody totally different. So that would be an absolutely fantastic thing to see. I wanted to be the person I'm going to be this evening because I love her voice. I think that she's a fantastic actress, and I also thought it would be something different.
And doing something and someone different is the name of the game. Please welcome Sarah Brace. I've got some I'm a harbinger of news here. Yes, now, is this true? Did you actually share a bed with Robbie Williams?
Of course not at the same time, no.
Oh, what a disappointment.
I know.
How did it happen then?
Well, actually, I was staying at my friend's house in the countryside, and the lady came up to me upstairs and said to me, oh, Robbie Williams had slept here the night before. So...
Did you manage to sleep that night?
No, I was thinking to myself, oh, Robbie Williams, Robbie Williams.
Settle. No, you're a huge fan of the person that you're going to be. You really want to be her, don't you?
Sure I do. Well, she's an absolutely famous singer. She's got a brilliant, bubbly personality. I want to have the money like her. I want to have the fame like her. When she's on stage, I want to have all that passion. I want to experience singing in front of thousands of people just like her. She's also an actress, and she's a comedian too, so I just want to be like her. She's brilliant.
Actually, you've told us an awful lot about her, so just give me one clue to the person that you're going to be. What was she known as? OK,
she was known as the Divine Miss M.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Sarah.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Bette Midler.
Bette Midler! Sassy, brassy and bold. Tonight, singing live, Sarah Brace's Bette Midler!
She's on She's unable to lunch today, and she's sorry to be delayed. But last evening down in Lovett Lane she strayed. Madam, without a cigarette, she's unable to lunch today. When she woke up and found that a dream of love was gone, Madam, she ran to the man who had led her so far astray. She drew a gun and shot her lover down. Should see her coming. Madam, if so, there's regret. She's unable to lunch today. Miss Odell's regret. She's unable to lunch today. Madam, Miss Odell's regret. She's unable to lunch today. And she's sorry to be delayed, but last evening down in Lover's she strayed. Madam, Miss Odell's regret. She's unable to lunch today. When the mob came and got her and dragged her from the jail. Madam, they strung her up on the wheel up across the way. And the moment before she died, she lifted up her lovely head and cried, Madam, Miss Odell's regret. She's unable to lunch. Miss Odell's regret. She's unable to lunch today.
Oh, well, you had that hat in a hot wash. The thing is, with Bette Midler, she's a whole package, isn't she? It's like you said, she's an actress, she's a singer, and she's a comedian. And you know what? You are that package.
Oh, thank you.
And such confidence as well. She's only 17, you know. You're fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Brace as Bette Midler. We've seen all 5 acts. Now it's make your mind up time. But if you're still wavering like a High Court judge in a lingerie shop, then here's a reminder of all tonight's star guests. Annette Brown was more than right as Whitney Houston.
I'm gonna make it anyway.
David Henry's fantasy was Phil Bailey. Liz Lang became the Scottish superstar Annie Lennox.
Who am I to disagree?
Chris Sibley was 60s heartthrob Jack Jones.
And men will always be men.
And Sarah Brace had the big, big voice of Bette Midler. Studio audience, cast your votes now. And whilst they're voting, let's head into the inner sanctum to find out how our star guests thought they got on.
Being a fan of the person and actually being able to go out there and perform and be her, oh gosh, there's just no words to describe it. Awesome, awesome. Oh.
I'm totally Phil Bailey. The outfits, the business, it really is stupendous. All glitters, everything is perfect, brilliant.
I'm a huge fan of her, which is why it was all very scary, because it's like stepping into a huge pair of shoes. Annie's a star, and I'm just a facsimile.
With all the makeover and the costume, it's brilliant. I actually feel like Jack Jones.
Singing in front of the audience, it felt absolutely fantastic. I really, really love singing in front of audiences like that. I just love it.
All right, it's time to discover who's going through to our live grand final. Will it be Whitney Houston, Phil Bailey, Annie Lennox, Jack Jones, or Bette Midler? And the winner is Whitney Houston! Come here. Hello. Oh. I'll give you 3 guesses. Oh, this is so fantastic. How are you? You okay? Oh, I know. Will you be able to sing it again?
I'll try.
She really did this all yesterday. I can't believe it. But do you remember how your family were when you told them you got the audition?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then when you got onto the show, now you've got into the final. I wouldn't go home tonight. You're going to get some serious GBH when you get back. That's nearly it. There's just a little matter of Annette giving us another rendition of the song that's made her a Stars in Their Eyes live grand finalist. Congratulations to all our star guests, but there can only be one winner. So we'll leave you with the fabulous Annette Brown as Whitney Houston. Good night. Here you go.
Friday night you and your boys went out to eat. Then they hung out, but you came home around 3, yes you did. If 6 of you went out, then 4 of you really cheap, yeah. 'Cause only 2 of you had dinner. I found your credit card receipt. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Pack your bag up and leave. Don't you dare come running back to me. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Close the door behind you, leave your key. Rather be alone than unhappy, yeah. Pack your bag so you can leave town for a week. Yes, I am. The phone ring, and then you look at me. Said it was one of your